We here, back in action, car chat type shit.
I'm forcing him to do this.
Why you gotta?
Gotta be honest.
I gotta hold the camera.
Gotta hold it. We just
I had to
all
put
over
the
place.
fucking the backlight.
It just
all
is
the
what it is.
Settings.
So, yeah. So the last couple of weeks have been kind of crazy. So things started out okay. Last Wednesday I had bench and kind of as normal I'm benching, but I see this guy who we've seen before and he's just weird. Like I went to deadlift and he was literally sitting like right behind me, like
dude.
My butt was in his face and he would not move. So I see him watching my bench. I'm like, okay, this is just weird.
But he's not like watching her bench like
it's like a judgment
for the best in what is it called?
Interest?
No, for like her best interest. He's watching it to like pick it apart and make comments.
Yes.
And he made a comment.
So I'm like benching, I still see him watching, and then of course, hey, can I ask you something? I'm like, I'm just trying to bench. And so Scott comes over like, why is this guy talking to my wife? So he's like commented.
She needs to focus.
He's like, why don't you sit your butt down like when the handoff is going on?
I feel like it's just you're out of balance at that point. It's like, dude, really? You know, any coach, I don't care who you are, any coach should know in any aspect, you do not go to someone else's athlete and try to talk to them about form during middle of their session.
And yeah, so he interrupted Scott. So Scott and him were going back and forth. Scott trying to defend what we do. It's like,
because it's my coaching. That's why.
Yeah, it's like, why are we having to defend ourselves? And it's like, then he has to throw in like, well, I'm a coach of this group. We're like, basically, like, who cares? Like,
okay, so he's the coach of no control sink and press. You know, they let it sink into their sternum or belly, and then they blow it up. Like that's the oldest trick in the book.
And then it's like all his athletes are either one overweight or they're on steroids, and we're not either. So
their recovery is
our
faster,
form is
and then they
different.
have body fat to protect their joints. I mean, we
can't sink and press.
Fucking bone.
Yeah, there's nothing for me to press.
So we have to do our form the way it is.
So it's like, okay, so we had to do a good bench session because we knew if we failed a lift, this guy was gonna come over. See, I told you.
He'll get what he wanted.
You do it my way. So we had a good, good bench. But Scott, that session kind of felt like his throat getting scratchy.
And then 2 weeks later,
it's still.
I'm barely hitting weight today.
Yeah, so he was not feeling good at all. Then of course, Arizona hasn't had rain in like over 100 days, and then the time Scott gets sick, he has to work in the pouring rain.
So I work under houses, so this house had no skirting around it, so you could just see right through the bottom. So it's raining, the water's just fucking tunneling through there, and I'm laying in puddles trying to re-level a house, like cold for eight hours straight, just cold and numb.
So that made his sickness even worse.
It was going away too.
And then Saturday we decided, because it was just like kind of a rough week, we were like, okay, we'll just lift after Scott's haircut. And deadlift is the hardest lift ever, like for us.
For anything. You have to use
body.
Everything to do it.
So he had deadlifts that day, and he knew like his strength was not there. He couldn't lift. He couldn't even see. His vision was blurry.
It's all bad, dude.
So he failed lifts, and it was just a bad time all around. And then he had to take a few days off, and then of course
I've lifted 3 times in 2 weeks, 4 times in 2 weeks.
Once he's sick, like his other coworker needs him help move. So Sunday he spent the whole day moving. I'm like, this is not a good idea. So Monday comes around and he's sick. Yeah. Like bad. So I'm like, we have to.
We went to urgent care.
Yeah.
Got some biotics, and I'm still on the antibiotics.
And the thing with us, it's like different. If I'm sick, it's like, okay, I'm sick. But with Scott, it's like, is there something else going on? Because we don't know if it's something.
I have vices, everyone. So that's the thing.
Yeah, but I'm talking about from what you went through.
I got you.
Yeah, we don't know. It's like, it's like an issue with his metal in his face, the mesh, so like something, is there something going on? So of course I freak out. So I stayed up all night, basically Monday. I slept 2 hours. Oh, the battery died. Okay, so we're back. So I stayed up almost all night with him. Scott didn't really sleep, so we basically slept 2 hours and then went to work. So we're exhausted, and then went to urgent care, so we didn't lift that day. So our training this week has been just kind of all over the place, but somehow Scott managed to lift his heaviest as he has all prepped.
Not like that, but
I know, but he had to do it for himself. And yeah, prep's almost over. It's been a heck of a prep. We felt terrible all prep.
All prep.
I'm still focusing on my hamstring glute issue. It's still there. It's not gotten better, so I gotta figure out how to move forward.
We have 2 meets, and then we're gonna take the rest of the year off competitively.
I'll probably do maybe something else. Not like powerlifting related, but more rep related. So we'll still be challenging ourselves. Want to get back on the track.
We'll go to the expo and do the Fitness Junkies Battle 300.
Yeah.
Try to win some cash. And
yeah. We're always going to be challenging ourselves, whether it's powerlifting or something different. I said I wanted
get back on the track and get her plyometrics and physicality when it comes to fast twitch, because that's what we are, athletes. And you're fast twitch trained. We can't just stretch and think we're gonna feel better.
I know, my legs are just gone right now. It's sad. So I guess that's it.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated. You know, everything with the meat and stuff. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know what weight this is. Drive. Oh yeah. Drive. Drive. Lock it.